Dear students of class 8, if you are listening to this video, I'm sure that you are going to be benefited. What are you going to get in this video? This video will bring the question number D and question number E. Question number D, answer the following questions in brief and answer the following questions in detail. Students, while listening to this video, you may also write on your copy, and after writing the answers on your copy, you may learn because you have to be prepared for the examination. So this is page number 19. We are going to deal with the question answers of chapter number 2. So let's start with question number 1. How did mechanization of agriculture help industrial revolution? Means, what was the role of mechanization of agriculture in industrial revolution? So I have prepared the answer for you, and the answer goes like this. The use of new tools for agriculture replaced manual labor to a large extent. This labor force was then diverted towards the town and cities to work in the industrial economy for low wages. So as this is the short answer question, so we will conclude our answer writing this. We'll come to the question number 2 now. What do you mean by division of labor? The question is, what do you mean by division of labor? So students, we'll come to the question number 2, and this is the answer of question number 2. People working in factories were assigned specific tasks which suited their expertise and skills. This division of labor proved useful in producing quality products. So this is the answer. You may write this. We'll come to the question number 3. As you can see, the question number 3, what does the term imperialism mean? What does the term imperialism mean? And the answer, imperialism, which implies the policy of extending power and influence of an empire, kingdom or country over another country by dismissing or controlling its government. So this is the answer of question number 3. We'll go to the question number 4 and we'll get the answer. Why did capitalists employ children in factories? Why did capitalists employ children in factories? We'll come to the answer, and here it is. Children were employed in large numbers in factories and mines. They did almost as much work as adults for extremely low wages. No government law was in place to protect these children from the wrath and exploitation of brutal capitalists who were adamant to exploit their labor to accumulate the surplus capital. This is the answer for question number 4. We'll come to question number 5. What is urbanization? Urbanization means mass migration of people from village to cities and towns. We have completed here. Answer the following question in brief. So students, now we will do the long question answer. As you can see, it is written, answer the following question in detail. List the features of Industrial Revolution. So we'll get the answer. First, you try to understand the question. We have to write the features of the Industrial Revolution. So the answer we'll find here. You can see this is on page number 12, very clearly written, features of Industrial Revolution, and you can give point number 1. The domestic system of production was replaced by factory system. Instead of home, people now worked in factories. Handmade manufacturing was replaced by power driven machinery. Machines could manufacture goods much cheaply and quickly than manual labor. Small scale, point number 3, small scale production was transformed into large scale production. Point number 4, the raw material and means of production used in factories were not owned by workers but by rich traders and merchants known as capitalists. So this is the answer for question number 1, features of Industrial Revolution. Why did the Industrial Revolution originate in England? So this is the question number 2. Why did the Industrial Revolution originate in England? So we'll have to write the answer. And here's the answer. There were many factors that led to the Industrial Revolution in England. First, new scientific knowledge and inventions. Giving this point number 1, you give dash after inventions and you can start writing. The increase in the demand for manufactured goods encouraged technological innovations. And then you can give point number 2, agricultural revolution, dash, and you can start writing about agricultural revolution. The agricultural revolution in England of the mid 17th century paved the way for industrial revolution. Use of new tools for agriculture replaced manual labor to a large extent. This labor force was then diverted towards the towns and cities to work in the industrial economy for low wages. Point number 3, stable government. England in the 17th century witnessed a period of relative peace and stability. The relative peace in England proved nourishing for its economic growth. Point number 4, Protestant religion. Protestantism encouraged the rise of capitalism and further made the advancement of industrialization possible. Surplus capital. Next point, giving dash you can write an active involvement in overseas trade and commerce and booming cotton industry fetched England immense foreign wealth. Next, availability of cheap labor. Mechanization of agriculture led to unemployment in rural areas. These people migrated to cities and towns in search of jobs. This created an enormous labor force ready to work in factories for low wages. Availability of coal and iron. Coal and iron were the essential resources on which the Industrial Revolution was built. So students, you may write all these points giving 1, 2, 3 and just after the point giving dash you may explain the point little so that the points may become little clear about and you may be able to write the answer well, or you may be able to give the answer well. So we'll come to question number 3. What were the main impact of the industrial revolution? What were the main impact of industrial revolution? We'll go to the answer, or we will write the answer. Impact of industrial revolution. You may start the answer from here. The industrial revolution not only marked the dawn of new technology and innovations, it changed the very structure of human society, radically transforming its economy, politics, and organization. Number 1, decline of feudalism and rise of capitalism. The Industrial Revolution marked the final phase of transformation from medieval feudalism to modern capitalism. And then point number 2, expansion of trade and commerce. The increase in manufactured products in industrial countries compelled them to sell surplus goods to underdeveloped countries. This led to the increase in import and export between different countries of the world. Next point, large scale production using, you may give the point factory system production and dash. Large scale production using machinery marked a departure from the old system of domestic manufacturing. Thus the factory system immediately replaced domestic system of production. Next you will come to the next point, urbanization. The industrial revolution led to the mass migration of people from rural areas to urban areas. Most of them came looking for jobs in these industrialized cities and towns. So students, still here you can write the answer, and we'll come to the next question. State the main reasons for rise in imperialism. So state the main reasons for the rise in imperialism. We'll come to the answer. Reasons for imperialism. Economic reasons. Point number 1. In the wake of massive industrialization, European governments and their trading companies started looking for markets for their finished products and supply of cheap raw materials. Trading companies such as the English East India Company tried developing the trade relations with distant lands including Asia, Africa and Latin America, which were rich in resources. So we'll come to point number 2, exploratory regions. Imperial nations and their citizens wanted to explore new territories. Sometimes they did this for the sense of adventure, with hope of finding rich in distant lands. Imperial explorers would either do it for the national and the personal glory, or to serve the imperialists' goal of economic and territorial expansion. Come to the next point, white man burden. Imperial nations believed that their cultural values or beliefs were superior to the other nations or groups. They believed that their sophisticated and superior culture would improve the lives of backward and inferior people of the colonies and civilize them. So these were the reasons for imperialism. You may write the answer. We'll come to the question number 5. Question number 5. Give a brief account of British imperial rule in India. So it's all about India. As you can see, this is page number 17. The English East India Company came as traders and set up trading centers in various parts of the country. Through several wars, the English East India Company defeated other European powers in India like the Dutch and the French and the Portuguese. Gradually, through wars and diplomacy, it established its rule over Bengal and eventually over other parts of the country. After rebellion by the Indians in 1857, the British government took over administrative power from the East India Company and India came under the direct rule of the Queen of England. To sustain the rapid, after that you can write from here, to sustain the rapid industrial growth, the British needed a bigger market for their manufactured products and a steady supply of raw materials for their industries. India served both these purposes as a market for finished goods and the source of cheap raw materials. With its enormous sources, India became the jewel in the British crown. Drain of wealth for India made Britain a major economic force, while it caused widespread poverty and impoverishment in India. Traditional handicraft and industries were completely ruined. The British imperial rule over India lasted for about 200 years and ended in 1947 when India gained independence. So students, this is the end of the answer. So now I request all of you to write the answer on your notebook listening to this video, or you may also look at the answer on the screen and you may do the answer on your notebook and you can send it on the dashboard. This is your homework. Thank you very much for watching this video and listening to me very carefully. Hope you will do all the answers and you will learn the answers for the examination. Take care of yourself. Bye bye.